Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to the finale, my pick number one of our top 31 album of the year countdown here in 2022. We've been doing it all month, starting on December 1st. We picked number 31. We've been marching our way towards number one. And today, the album that I easily played the most during the year. I rated it really highly here on the channel and on the website. But I think usually when I do these end of the year things, the number one is usually the album that I played the most during the year. There may be other albums that have been released that I reviewed that, technically I may have rated a little higher for specific reasons. But in the end, I always look to the one that resonated with me the most, that I played the most during the year. And that is this particular one. It's the fourth album of the Todd La Torre era of Queensryche Digital Noise Alliance, right? After Jeff Tate left the band, they got together with Todd. They released Queensryche in 2013, Condition Human in 2015, The Verdict 2019, and now Digital Noise Alliance in 2022. Quite frankly, all four of them, tremendous albums. The Queensryche album, it's really solid. Kind of like a return to form for them, right? But Condition Human and The Verdict were both outstanding. Both of those albums made like my top 10s of the year in each of those years in 2015 and 2019. However, this one really has resonated with me. I think this might be my favorite of the four. Really, really strong top to bottom. Some great performances, some really memorable songs, and just getting back to that Queensryche sound that we all remember from the 80s, right? Todd, he sounds a little bit like Jeff Tate. All right, sounds a lot like Jeff Tate in spots, but he's a tremendous singer. Helps with the songwriting. I think the song structures are they bring you back to vintage Queensryche. Michael Wilton on guitars, Eddie Jackson on bass. You got Mike Stone back on guitars, Todd on vocals, and Casey Grillo from Camelot playing drums with them now. So many great songs on here. I mean, Lost in Sorrow, tremendous. Behind the Walls, Nocturnal Light, Out of the Black, Tormentum, Chapters. I mean, it's just one song after another. The whole album is extremely listenable. It's a pretty heavy album, pretty proggy in spots as well, right? Queensryche were always arguably a prog metal band, right? They're kind of like on the fringe. I think they've done lots of kind of progressive things in their career on certain albums, but it's just kind of forward-thinking. I don't know, I always call Queensryche kind of like science fiction metal, right? There are lots of elements in their some of their songwriting and whatnot, but yeah, this is just a dynamite album. I mean, it's a great sounding album too. So it's my number one of the year. I kind of going into December, this most of the year, like I said, was my most played album, and I kind of thought this would sit at the top of my list. And it wound up doing exactly that. So there you have it. Let us know what you think of Digital Noise Alliance in the comments below. But more importantly, your pick, your number one album of the year in the comments below. It's been fun doing this, as always. If you want to go see my entire list, my top 50 and all my honorable mentions and my favorite live albums and all that stuff. Of course, if you go to www.seaoftranquility.org, on our main page, you'll see the link there to all the staff's picks, right? So if you haven't checked that out, we actually posted that a little earlier this year, so you actually had the spoilers to all my picks this year from about 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago. No, about 2 weeks ago. So, but I know some of you don't frequent the website, so you probably didn't see that, right? But yeah, all of our picks are up there for the entire year. I think I have a top 50, and I have all my honorable mentions, and like I said, live albums. So yeah, so that's it. 2022 is done. So starting tomorrow, of course, we're going to move on to albums that are 50 years old in 2023. So we're going back to 1973. There's 31 days in January. I'm going to be picking my 31 favorite albums that were released in 1973. Let me tell you, I already pretty much put my list together. Man, what a great year for music, right? It's going to be, I think I have my 31 favorites. Really hard because there were so many great albums, classic albums released in 1973. It was really hard to kind of weed out 31 that were I think are the upper echelon, and then I look at the ones that are left over, and I'm like, oh, I can't believe I'm leaving that one out. I can't believe I'm leaving that one out. But that's how strong the year is. So there's going to be some that I'm not going to mention I'll save them for the honorable mentions, of course, but that won't make my main list. Doesn't mean I don't like them. It's just there's so many great albums across multiple genres in '73. So I'll ask everybody, we do this every year, I'll ask everybody to play along. So go look at the full list of album releases from 1973, put together your top 31. I'm not doing mine in any specific order. That's just ridiculous thinking I could even rank these because there's just so many legendary albums that I love that were released that year. So I'm just going to randomly each day pick one, right? So get your list together, and each and every day in the comments section below, do the same thing. I'll list one of my picks, you list one of yours. That's how we play it, and it'll be fun. And then, of course, in February, we'll do the albums that are 40 years old in 2023, and then in March, the albums that are 30 years old. So we're going to go back to 1983 and 1993. So thanks for watching. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Once again, Happy New Year, everybody, as we wave goodbye, bye-bye, to 2022 and move into 2023 tomorrow. So thanks for watching. As always, I am Pete Pardo. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do consider visiting our Ko-Fi page for channel donations. The link is below in the video description, as well as our merch page. We have lots of really cool SOT merch if you want to go out and, help promote the channel and show your love for Sea Tranquility. That's the links to that below. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Thanks. I am Pete Pardo. Happy New Year, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.